This is the Heart of LAFC podcast, episode 121.
The City of Angels is black and gold. You are listening to the Heart of LAFC podcast. And now, here are your hosts, Jerry Jimenez and Joseph Zacher.
What is up? Welcome to the Heart of LAFC podcast. My name is Jerry Jimenez, your host, your friend, your insider into the Los Angeles Football Club. Thank you for joining Joseph and I for episode 121 of the Heart of LAFC. Mr. Joseph Zacher, how are you, sir?
Doing good. Figuring out my plans now that the schedule's out.
Yeah, well, we're going to talk about that. You also have a different background today. You want to tell everybody what's going on over there?
Well, it is the holidays, so that means the in-laws are in town. And so everything's kind of switched about in the house. And so I'm in the living room, best, most secure spot to do our episode this week. So here we go. Our wing this one.
Our studio has changed into actually Joseph's studio has changed into a guest room. It originally is a guest room. It changes into the studio on Monday nights or Tuesday nights, depending on what's going on. But
exactly.
Welcome.
Exactly. It is a guest room that moonlights as the studio for Heart of LAFC pod.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, that makes sense. Well, thank you for everybody who is on right now and joining us. It was like super last minute. We're honestly not even joking. We're winging it today because we have no set outline for what this show is going to be like. It's been a very busy week regardless. So we do get to talk about the schedule. The 2020 MLS season schedule is completely out now. We get to talk about, I guess, did we talk about Francisco Janela? I don't think so. A little bit.
No, I haven't had a chance to really. I mean, I think we.
Panchito, that's right. We did. We did talk about him.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
But it never hurts to talk about him a little bit more, right? I mean, it's a good signing, so it's good for us. For sure.
Probably won't talk about him too much, but we're definitely going to talk about the schedule because there's some good games that we will all need to look at and definitely change our schedule and work our schedule, make sure that we are there. A lot of interesting home games coming up. Shout out to Brendan, who is watching right now from Australia. He said, "Happy Christmas Eve, guys." So for those of you that are listening on the 24th, Happy Christmas Eve, everybody. We are
Happy Christmas Eve, everybody.
Right up against the holidays now. It's a busy time of year, so I'm glad that we can come on here, and at least for the few of you that managed to get on, we appreciate you all very, very much. So just wanted to let you know that, and we are here for you. And as Joseph mentioned, he has family, but yet here he is, still making it
for
happen.
You guys. Yep, no doubt.
And I'm actually on your left today, which is kind of interesting. Let me see if I can change this real quick. Let me see here. Fixed. All right, cool. Now people feel like we're back to normal. Okay, so interesting. March 1st is the first home game of the season.
Yes.
So let's talk about this one because this is going to be a big one, and it's becoming more and more of a big deal because of a certain owner of a certain club, was talking about the 3252 without actually even being asked to talk about the 3252. And of course, I'm talking about the Moss family over in Miami. We're going to be facing them as our first home game of the season. That is on March 1st, Sunday, March 1st, to be exact, 2:30 p.m. kickoff, which is nice, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, early tailgate, but still not too bad.
I know. For us that have kids, it's like 2:30, that means the tailgate starts like at 8, 7.
Yeah, it'll be a
6,
brunch for sure.
6 in the morning if you're Cuervo. Those guys are crazy.
6 a.m. setup and... season kickoff brunch.
Yeah. So
we'll do it. We'll make it happen.
Yeah. And, it's gonna be an interesting game. The David Beckhams are coming into town, so it's going to be nice. Show them how it's done, right? And then,
of course.
And then literally 7 days after that, another home game. And guess what? Right after that, another home game. March is all home.
Yeah, it's beautiful. March 1st, March 8th, March 22nd. They're good ones. I mean, Miami, Philly, Portland.
Yeah,
So, yeah, Sunday games are a thing now too, right? I
yeah.
mean, our first two matches, home matches, are on Sundays.
I noticed that. Yeah.
Yeah, a little interesting.
It's if you're looking through the schedule, like April is all Saturdays. March is all Sundays, first of all. April is
Hmm.
all Saturdays.
Which is
May
beautiful. I like that.
May is all Saturdays except for a Sunday game with NYCFC on the 24th, and then the first like actual midweek game is coming up until June, which is cool. And not very many people will probably end up going to this. Psych. Who am I joking? Who am I lying to? It's Manchester. Did I say Manchester? Today's gonna be one of those weird.
Minnesota.
Minnesota. Not even
Yeah.
close. Minnesota on the 17th of June. But let's take a step back real quick. So it's an interesting schedule because we're not going to be facing a few clubs due to the addition of Nashville and Miami coming into this season, right?
You know who they are, right?
So we're not facing Toronto.
Right.
Who else?
Orlando
Orlando, which is
and
weird.
Columbus.
And Columbus Crew.
Columbus.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
Kind of interesting. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's a mixed bag. Toronto is going to be stocked up again. They're going to be strong this year, so we're missing out on a strong team. Orlando is rebuilding. Columbus, they're making some purchases, so they're actually pretty competitive for this next season. So we kind of dodged a bullet on two of them, if you think about it. That's fine. You know, we'll take the expansion Miami over Columbus, right?
Absolutely.
Kind of where it's at.
I would say so.
Nah, that's fine. That's fine. I think I'll be honest, I think it's stupid for any league not to have you play every team in the league. I mean,
I would agree.
EPL plays more games than we do in our schedule, right? So if they can do it, why can't we?
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't. It's kind of interesting. And then, it's kind of, the schedules have always been one of those things that kind of confuses the heck out of me. If you're looking at July, we're looking at a total of 6 games in July, and then it goes into 7 games in August. Like, how does that even make sense? In August, we have a Sunday, then a Friday, then a Wednesday game. Pretty much back to back to back to back.
Mm-hmm.
And then 2 straight Sunday games, and then we're going Wednesday, Sunday at the end of that month.
Well, July isn't nice either. It's 6 games in 20 days.
Yeah, there's that. Interesting.
It's really odd, the scheduling this year.
And then throw in there us having to deal with the Conca Champions as well, which is at the beginning of the season, which I'm assuming that's why it's a little bit more, empty there at the beginning of the season. But still, Open Cup again. Jeez, man, it's gonna be a jam-packed year. The thing that worries me right now, and I mean, as we're going through this, I shouldn't say worries me. I guess it's we're playing the Galaxy at home. What is that? May 16 at home.
Yep.
Saturday, so that's cool. And then we go over and visit them on the 23rd of August.
And interesting, both cases day games.
Mm-hmm.
Really early for the first one, a 12 o'clock match. I mean, it's as made for TV as it gets, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
On supporter end, it's harder for us with tailgates and all that. That might be intentional from the league, trying to limit how much we can actually get prepared and all that, keep it all short. Mm-hmm. But I think it's mostly for television. Is why they're doing it. They want to get people watching the game, and a Saturday in May at 12 o'clock, good chance everybody can catch that one. You go 7 o'clock at night, well, hey, East Coast gets kind of robbed out of it, So I get it. It's made for TV. Not best for us, but I guess it's best for everybody else.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
At least it's not Sunday games, right? I mean, we got stuck with, a Sunday and a Friday last year?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's better, I guess.
Got to try to look at the positive, I guess, right?
Don't have to take PTO for this one, so that's never a bad thing.
Yeah. There you go. Well, The other thing that I was looking at is the 23rd, the game on August 23rd, is followed 3 days later by a game on a Wednesday against the Vancouver Whitecaps.
Yep.
So it's going to be like, pretty much back to back. I'm assuming we're going to take the Galaxy game a little bit more serious than we are the Vancouver game. But, hey, that is near the end of the season, and that is when things start really counting. And that's when it starts getting a little scary, Joseph. And
Dude, it's crazy because the 16th, Sunday the 16th, in Atlanta.
Mhm.
Okay. 23rd, a week later, Galaxy. Wednesday, Vancouver, the 26th. The 30th, we go to Portland.
Jeez, man. Wow.
That is a make or break kind of schedule, right?
Yeah, it's a tough one.
Yeah. That's, if we're running for the supporter shield at this point this season, this will be the proving ground with Atlanta, with the Galaxy, with Portland, who've all been, except the Galaxy, improving their squads and making it happen. So, yeah, it's gonna be a wild August.
So many moves too, by the way, as you're looking at these clubs. I mean, Vancouver, have they done anything interesting at all that
I think they bought an attacking player. Let me take a look at this.
Lucas Cavallini is who they
There it is. They got Cavallini.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a striker, great player. There's been a few clubs that have made some moves so far. Joseph, is there anybody on here that you're like, yeah, that's who we need to look out for this season?
Kansas City.
I would agree, sir. One of the biggest moves at Kansas City, actually, there's been a few moves, believe it or not. One of the biggest ones coming from a club very near and dear my heart, which is Guadalajara. Alan Pulido coming to Sporting Kansas City. What a get for KC, by the way, spending quite a bit of money to get this guy.
A lot of dough. And also him saying that he's going to get the score. He's going for a Golden Boot. He's going for an MLS Cup. He's talking big already. So
listen, man, I can tell you right now that if Vela has anything to say about it, that's not happening.
It's going to be a battle.
Alan Pulido is we'll see. In MLS, I don't want to judge him based off of his performances in Liga MX because they really were subpar, but we'll see, man. There's been quite a few other gets though for Kansas City and a few other clubs. Miami's looking pretty darn strong. For the first game, I think it's going to be a good test for them and for us. I think it's going to be a great game.
This has to feel how Seattle felt when we played them for the first time.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good. Yeah.
There are some massive similarities, except they have an experienced goalkeeper. Ours was an unproven keeper. They do. It is what it is. They have some really good young talent, kind of off of our model, right?
Yes.
It's gonna be a firecracker match, but I honestly believe that their backline just doesn't have what it takes to take us on.
Okay.
So, yeah, I just think it's gonna be tough, really tough, for them. Because we're just going to be relentless and that much faster and that much better this year. And pissed off because we got knocked out of the playoffs last year. So I think it's a very different mindset. Also, if we come off on a high after 2 legs against Leon, if we get out of that series, move on to the next round, I think we're going to be on a special kind of high. And, anybody who takes us on is in trouble.
Yeah, George Heights was just named sporting director over at Chicago Fire. Other than that, I don't think they've really made any big moves. As a matter of fact, I think they've been kind of giving away some of their players. It hasn't been...
Who, Chicago?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't see anything going on with those guys.
No, they still have Jonathan Bornstein on their payroll.
They do, and they don't have Schweinsteiger anymore, and they don't have Nikolic?
No, they don't. Yeah.
They don't. So their skill players that we're used to seeing that actually get the job done are gone.
They have Raheem Edwards.
From what little job they could do.
They have CJ Sapong. That's about it.
Dude, to me, they look like a team that's getting ready to get sent elsewhere.
Is that... dude, don't...
I don't be that guy, but I'll be that guy.
Don't jinx him.
From personal experience, trimming payroll, moving into a temporary stadium,
Eey.
something that's not yours, from something that was yours.
Hey,
Ah,
Diego Valeri
yeah,
signed back with the Timbers, so that's good for
good for
them.
them. Dude, they're going to be ready for us next year. I watch out for the Timbers.
They
I
got
think,
the Yeah, they're bringing in Dario Suparic, by the way, from Croatia. Another good
yeah,
addition to that club. But yeah, Diego Valeri for a while there was a little bit questionable, right? And it didn't seem like he was going to make his way back into the Timbers, but there he is. He's
yeah, he
back.
was testing the waters, clearly testing the waters. I mean, he loves Portland though.
Mm-hmm.
I think honestly, that move is more for his family than anything else.
Yeah. Hey, one of our members here in the chat room, Marvin, says Miami has no coach, and every day they have less time to make a team work. They do have a coach. They just have not announced the coach, and I think that's been kind of public knowledge for a little
Weird.
while. For example, the what is it called? Not supplemental draft. The uh, expansion draft. The expansion draft. Excuse me. At that point they already had a coach, and the choices that Miami, or I should say Inter Miami, CF made were actually all actually approved by this new coach who is still not being announced. Joseph, do you have any insight on that at all, man? Because I know, like, for one, everybody's saying that Cavani's coming to MLS, which
Haven't seen.
I haven't seen anything.
No, I think that I know with the Cavani situation, that club's representatives were over there trying to make a deal like a month ago.
Mm.
So that was a hot and heavy attempt. I don't know if it's going to pay off for them.
Mm-hmm.
You never know. Again, until the transfer window is official, we're not going to know much. But I'm sure that a lot of teams have stuff in play that we're not going to hear about till it becomes all legal.
When is
right?
that, by the way? Do you have a date on that?
For the international transfers?
Yeah.
Transfer window. I can look it up.
So just so you guys know, Drake Callender, so homegrown rights from San Jose Earthquakes, were picked up by Inter Miami, and then Denso Ulisse from Haitian Youth International defender. There we go. Sorry.
So apparently the Euro transfer window, January 1st, 2019.
Huh? No, that's 2019.
Yeah, and it goes till the end of the month. So it's a 1 month transfer window.
So all of January?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, and Mark Lopez comes in and says something about Cavani signing. I saw something about Cavani signing 3 years with Atletico Madrid. So
I hope so.
there's your Cavani to Inter Miami cutoff. Sorry.
Well, I mean, Galaxy are going after him too. So
Is that true? Oh my gosh.
yeah.
All right. No, well, there's another one. There's another rumor that Juan Agudelo is going to Miami. This just dropped not too long ago too. So I mean, I'm trying to go through kind of like the teams that we're going to be facing here shortly. Which, by the way, I'm very, very much excited to be talking about some actual football sometime soon. Because right now we're kind of just all over the place. But yeah. So yeah, we talked about some of our players. There's a cutoff now. There's a few that are out of contract. We haven't really heard very much about them, their contract being extended or anything. But I would assume that because we are in the holidays, that's not going to happen till maybe a couple more weeks, and then we're going to get quite a bit of information coming right after that. I don't see very much news coming up. As you guys can see, if you're following any of LAFC's social media, Joseph, they're posting a lot about the community service, and that's kind of their focus right now, is promoting that and kind of going back, revisiting those things, which is amazing. But still not hearing very much about more players, Joseph.
I'll just say this: when they're quiet, they're doing something.
Yeah, that's usually what we've come to find out, isn't it?
That, and there was 3 signings you could technically say that just got recently announced a few days ago.
Huh?
They're not really signings; they're extensions. That might be something too to talk about.
Okay.
Executives extensions.
Oh, that's right. That's correct.
Okay.
I almost forgot about that.
Yeah, we didn't mention that, but Thornton's on. We've got Larry back. Larry
That's
never
right.
left,
No, he never
right?
left.
So the boys, the triumvirate are back.
Yeah, so John
Tom Penn's
Thornton, Tom
staying
Penn,
on.
yeah, Tom Penn, and Larry Friedman, who we talked about not too long ago. Was
Yep,
it
yep,
3 or 4 year extension?
I'm not certain, to be honest. I
Hmm.
know it's multi-year.
Yeah, it's definitely multi-year. So yeah, congratulations to those guys. Congratulations to us. We were able to keep them because they're
Yep,
fantastic, and I'm glad to see that no other club was like, "Hey, we need you over here." So
yep,
that's
yep.
actually a good thing.
So yeah, critical that they're on board, guys. Look at it this way: they could have easily moved on and done something else, and they chose to stay on because they're in it to win it, guys. It's that simple. They want the cup
Yep.
just as much as we want the cup. They're bought in just as much as we're bought in. Sometimes I think a little bit more with those guys. They eat and breathe this thing. Yeah, we have a staff that is committed. Be happy with that. Nobody's looking for the door. They want to make it work. They want to make it happen. And before they leave, they want to walk out with that main piece of silverware that we're all hunting for.
Yeah.
And every one of those guys wants the Champions League like that. That's what they want. They want to get us into the Club World Cup. That's the mindset. They're thinking big. Nothing more, nothing less. They're thinking big. So those are three to think of. And I guarantee you there will be something announced fairly soon. A few more signings, I'm sure. But again, the transfer window hasn't opened up yet, so it's got to be nice and quiet.
Yeah, it's there's definitely, as you said, if they're quiet, there's something going on. So there's definitely something in the works here. We just kind of have to be patient, and I think as black and gold supporters, we lack patience because they always wait till the last darn minute to announce everything. But
We're used to good things, right?
that's we've gotten into the bad habit of liking or of having good things happen to us. So yeah,
Yeah,
that makes
yeah.
sense.
It's breaking records left and right. It's just what it is. When something does go wrong, we have a hard time handling it because, man, life is good.
Hey,
So
Andy on comments here says, "Where's Joseph broadcasting from? A hotel?"
my living room,
This is living room. This
my
is
actual living room, people.
Hotel Zacher.
Hotel Zacher. It's a
Does
hotel for some.
Zacher Inn.
Yeah, I'm on the road, guys.
Uh,
Right, I'm negotiating our latest transfer. Um,
right. Tommy on the chat also says the MLS CBA should go through. Oh, absolutely. I think
I think it will.
we've talked about that as well, and I think we're going to continue to talk about it until it doesn't go through, and then we'll go from there. But right now, we're going to pretend like it's gone through, and all these players that we're talking about are going to be, playing in LAFC next season, and there's actually going to be an LAFC 2 play next season, so that we're definitely hoping for that. I mean, otherwise we have to we have to like play our bench, right? Is that what's gonna end up happening, or just like we're gonna go and pick a bunch of people out in the street to play?
Yeah,
Or
there's gonna be a crazy movie called The Replacements, MLS
the
edition.
the replacement.
The Replacements. Dude, we don't know what it's gonna happen. We just can assume for the best. We have to at this point.
Yeah,
They're operating as if it's all gonna work out. So do the same. You don't want to get left hanging. Especially now that we know, our Champions League dates are now official. Another thing we can throw out there, in case you didn't hear, in case you were under a rock, February 18th in Leon, February 27th at home. That is official.
Yeah, there you go.
It is
Official.
official.
We haven't talked about those dates. So February 18th, we are going to be traveling to León, Guanajuato, in Mexico to face León. In the Conca Champions, and then we're gonna be coming home in February. You said 28th,
27th.
27th, February 27th, at home at the Bank of California Stadium for the second round of that match. So it's an away and a home game for those of you that are still kind of unaware of what and how it works. Each team is going to play twice during this round, and so we're going to be facing León twice, one away, one at home. Looking forward to that one. That's going to be an interesting one.
2-game home and home total goals. That's
Yeah.
how it's played. CONCACAF. So, yeah, I know that I'm thinking we're probably going to have like 2,000 people in Leon, which will be pretty insane. I'll go big and say that's going to
Wow.
happen. I know at a minimum 1,000.
That's crazy.
I'm thinking we're shooting more towards 2,000.
Yeah.
I've already got my flights booked, so I'll be there.
No, it's gonna be
I
crazy.
know a lot of other people that do as well. So, yeah, the whole family, it's history. So the whole family's going to make this trek.
I mean, I would say that on top of that being the away game of the season, as of right now, because if we end up winning that game and winning at home, or if just winning that series, I should say, the 2-game series, then we are definitely going to have another very good away game coming up right after that, possibly. So,
Oh, well, I mean, do you want to tell them how it's going to go, or should I throw it out there how this
No, go ahead.
gauntlet's going to
Yeah,
work
yeah,
itself
yeah.
out? So we survive Leon. And then about 3 weeks later, if things all play out the way they're supposed to play out, then we'll be playing Cruz Azul in Azteca. If it all plays out in that series, then most likely we'll be playing Club America in, Azteca. And then after that would be the final, if we get that far. And most likely, I'm thinking it's probably going to be Tigres, if it all works the way it does. And that would be the ultimate gauntlet against every Liga MX team in the darn tournament. So that's the most likely situation.
Yeah.
So y'all feel good about winning a game in Leon and then stealing some games in Azteca, not once but twice. That's our trip.
Yeah.
That's our trip. So
There you go.
I'm down if you're down. So
We'll cross that bridge when we get there. I would say that the other away trip that we maybe need to be thinking about is going to be San Jose. San
yeah,
Jose
that's already
coming
been
up.
planned out. All right,
Oh.
so that one.
That's in May 9th.
Mhm.
May 9th game at San Jose. I feel like we need to do another takeover of the Smurfs, man.
Well, dude, and it's a 7:00 match, which is perfect for road travel.
Mm-hmm.
That means you'll probably get a full-on tailgate up there too. We had a breakfast tailgate last time that was massive. So this time being a night game, yeah, it's gonna be even crazier. We had 9 buses go last time, maybe more than that.
Wow.
I mean, it was over 1,000 that went up there last time. So what are we gonna do this time? We're only bigger. We're only getting bigger.
Yeah, I heard they were reinforcing the stands at Avaya because there was a little bit of an earthquake last time we were there.
An actual earthquake in that place.
Like a
Yes.
literal movement of the stadium. Yeah.
Yeah, just worry about the cheap lights falling off the top of the place. So it was beautiful, man. I can't wait for a return. An encore is in due. It's due. We have to get it. Yeah, that one's a must. Portland's a must. That's at the end of August. On a weekend, of course.
Yep.
I'm hearing a lot of people want to go to Nashville, but that's going to be a midweek game this year. Dallas is our road opener this year.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I think that's what, St. Patty's Day weekend, possibly? Am I seeing that correctly? No. Is it?
Is it?
Is it? Nah, it's April 4th.
Nah.
So, 12:30 game. Interesting. I know a lot of people going. It's going to be a big one, too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, question for you. Since you are a little bit closer than I can be, do we know if Francisco Ginella is in LA yet, or is he still in Uruguay?
Pretty sure he's still in Uruguay.
Okay.
I haven't heard of. Well, I think he.
Have they called for a date as far as when they need to report to the club?
I believe it's early, like the 11th or so.
That's what I thought. I would think so.
Yeah, because teams in Champions League actually get to open up their preseasons early.
Yeah, in February 18th.
I think it's the 11th.
Ain't no joke, man. We need to start getting ready for that.
Yeah, it's short vacation for the boys. But yeah, Janela will be here soon enough. The thing is, the biggest thing that catches us every time with our international players is they get stuck up on visa stuff, and it's a pain.
Yeah, we saw it
It's
with we
delayed.
saw it with Diego
Palacios
Palacios.
probably
Hmm.
like went through the worst of that because it took us almost 2 months to get him over here, even after we signed him. That was hell. But it is what it is, right? Bureaucracy, bureaucracy, bureaucracy. So we'll deal with it. We'll get it taken care of. He'll be here in time. But I'm sure when we know he's going to arrive, we'll give you guys the heads up as soon as we can so we can load up that airport and have a great welcoming party for him.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
All right, right. We're all itching to do something. That's something
Rich.
to do.
Rich, let us know.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, awesome. Good stuff. So, again, just to kind of go over dates, February 18 is going to be our first preseason game against Club Leon. I wouldn't call it a preseason game. That's a very important match. But it is the first one of 2020 as of right now.
Yeah, I mean, Benjamin, our very own Benjamin, he did say we're playing Penarol. So
yes, Peñarol is going to be in town, apparently. They're going to be playing a couple of games here.
Yeah,
in
they're playing Seattle,
in
too.
the United States.
So
So cool. They're coming to hang out. Probably gonna, say hi to their two boys, Brian and Diego. So that'll be cool. And then the 27th. So February 18th is Leon. 27th again at Bank of California Stadium against Leon. And then we start our regular season March 1st against Inter Miami CF. I need to get used to that, dude. Inter Miami CF.
I'm just gonna call him Inter.
Club de
Y'all gonna
Fútbol
hate me for it, but that's fine.
Inter.
Yeah, why not? They're the Inter for our league.
All right, the
So.
Beckhams. That's what we're gonna call them. The Beckhams are coming into town, and then
Spice Club.
Spice, the Spice Boys, and then
Club de Spice. Yeah.
Philadelphia Union right after that. Portland Timbers, FC Dallas, Vancouver Whitecaps, Real Salt Lake. I'm looking forward to that one. April 18th. Then we are facing the newly refurbished Chicago Fire.
Chicago Dumpster Fire.
Chicago Dumpster Fire FC on the 25th. Sporting Kansas City, San Jose Earthquakes again away May 9th. So mark your calendars on that one. That's going to be a good away game. And then Galaxy, NYCFC, Houston Dynamo, Colorado Rapids, all the usual suspects. And guess what? We get to meet the new boys in yellow and black June 27th at Bank of California Stadium. So that's
June 27th?
June 27th against Nashville
Yeah, we're
SC.
home against Nashville. Yeah, that's going to be fun.
Yeah. And then we go away. So we actually see them twice, by the way, because they are, for this season at least, they are part of the Western Conference.
Temporarily in the Western Conference until Sacramento makes their entrance, and so does Austin. I'm sure Austin's going west, right?
Yeah. The one thing that I was wondering, too, is why they keep doing this, where they put Seattle Sounders so close to each other. So we have an away game on the 25th of July, and then immediately after that, August 2nd, we're facing them again at home. I hate that, dude. I hate that so much, especially against those guys.
Yeah, because we don't really get a good idea about them for like the full measure of the year. We get them in like a current streak.
Yeah,
and so like
I don't get that.
It really made it hard for us in the playoffs last year because we played them so early in the year when they were actually overextended because they were playing in a certain tournament.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know how that goes. And so then when we finally play them in the playoffs, they're not even the same team anymore.
No, it's silly how they do that, but whatever. It is what it is. I guess it's just the number of clubs that are in this conference that are just trying to make it as even as possible, but it's nearly impossible at this point, especially with how fast this expansion is happening to the league. I like it and I hate it for multiple reasons, but it is what it is, and we have to deal with it. So there you go. We're gonna end this season in October, by the way, the regular season, October 4th, beginning of October, against Real Salt Lake at Rio Tinto Stadium. So that's gonna be cool. Yep. Okay, so let's move on. There's one other thing that I kind of wanted to go over, and that is, how does Janela, in your eyes, Joseph, as of right now, according to what we have on our roster, how's Janela going to fit into this club? I mean, midfield, right? Obviously. So Marvin was asking, does he start over Mark Anthony K? Atuesta and Blessing stay in the midfield. What happens there?
I just don't see it that way. I don't. I think he's a reserve for now. That sounds terrible, but he's got to fight his way into the roster.
Okay.
It's people's jobs until they lose them.
Fair enough.
I mean, again, he's gunning for. He's got to be gunning for K's job. He does. I mean, that is the battle. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So if Kay's not in form, you have Janela, and you got to realize that Kay's going to have international matches to play in. Possibly Janela will too, right? It's going to be tough, but it should be tough. And when you play so many international matches, apparently, okay, like you can't tell me that Kay is going to be able to put in 90 minutes against Leon, 2 matches in a row, and then play 90 against Miami as well.
Oof.
No. So guess what? They're splitting time. There's going to be a lot of that this year. And if we take a run in any of these tournaments, those are all midweek. So there's no way that you're going to keep the same lineup on the weekend.
No, I wouldn't think so.
Janela gives us this flexibility that we haven't really had, honestly, before.
Something that I don't necessarily agree with this, but maybe you can shed a little bit more light in this. Joseph Marvin in the chat room is saying that Mark Anthony Kay was not good at the end of the season. He was becoming a liability.
I would say that his choices for distribution weren't on the level they should have been.
Yeah, I can agree with that. That's not a bad thing.
Yeah, it was as much of a threat as he should have been. A little bit of edge was taken off, and let's be honest, he wasn't healthy at the end.
No.
He's playing hurt. He's playing on a recovering hamstring. There's no way he was 100%. So, yeah, he's right. He was a bit of a liability because of health reasons. Now, with Janela, guess what? Guys can rest.
It's true.
They can alternate these guys, keep them fresh, keep a fresh lineup. That's the key. I'm going to be really interested to see how the left back situation works out now that Palacios gets a full preseason with us, as does Mohamed El Munir.
Yeah.
And possibly Harvey's there too if he resigns. I'm sure he wants to. I mean, this is home. So all 3 of those guys, of course, it's pretty heavy for that side. Again, flexibility's there. Yeah. Got to say, Palacios is probably the front runner to take the job if he can stick it out in preseason and show it.
I would agree with you. I do feel that we're going to be seeing a lot more of Palacios than definitely we did in 2019. It's going to be a very different looking club too. That it's, at least from what I feel like right now. Yes, we're going to have the usual suspects. I think there's going to be still some changes, and we're still going to lose a couple of players coming up here soon. That's another thing to look out for, because we're saying that yes, the international transfer window or whatever, but there's also guys that are their contracts are running out, and so we haven't heard anything about that. Is there going to be an extension, or are they going to stick around? There's quite a few changes coming up here soon, but I kind of just wanted to talk about that a little bit this episode. We didn't have any kind of outline of what we were going to chat about, but as you can see, there's always something to talk about. A few players and very key pieces of this club, like Steven Beitashour. We're not sure exactly what's happening with him. We're not sure with Jordan Harvey what's happening there. Tyler Miller, there's been a few rumors going around. Still not too sure what's going on there. Danilo Silva, another one that we're not too sure of. Rodolfo Zelaya, not sure what's going on there. Walker Zimmerman, is he going to be coming back?
He is.
Okay, that's right. You're right.
Mm-hmm. And Zelaya is under contract for next year.
Okay, well, there you go.
Yeah.
That's right. His contract is still extended.
I believe Silva is still under contract for next year.
Is he really?
I think so. Yeah.
Huh.
So, the big 3 in the back that we're talking about is Beta, Miller, Harvey.
Yeah.
And we know Jakovic is out, right?
He's gone. Jakovic is gone.
Yeah. So,
and
again,
we have Danny, who, again, we haven't really talked about very much because we don't know too much about him, but, I mean, he might end up being the surprise of the season. I mean, maybe that's...
Or a new striker?
Yeah, Danny Musovski.
He's our depth striker.
Oh.
I expect him to be more of a hard-nosed type, late game, come in and just jack stuff up. Mm-hmm. Make it messy, put numbers in the box. He can win the ball with his head. Yeah. Something that we kind of tend to lack with this squad. We've always lacked the physicality in the air. So this kid can do that. He's not afraid to do that.
Nope, 6 foot tall. Big dude.
You can get into the mix. So I'd see him more of an Open Cup feature. We have that tournament to deal with as well. So,
There you go.
Honestly, in my world, the way I see this, Supporter Shield is like, we got it. For this year, I'm not dying to win it again because honestly, we all know now, Champions League is priority for the time being, which will cost you points in league. To me, Open Cup's a priority over everything else because it's a cup and something we haven't won yet. So for me, Champions League and Open Cup are our next big features. Qualify for the playoffs, of course, but who cares what your seed is at this point? Seattle proved it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It does not matter what seed you are in this. It's a home and home. Forget it. Go for it. Or one-off games now. Sheesh. It's a one-off game, so forget it. Who cares? And we play good on the road anyway, so who cares?
That's true.
Well, it's not like we won't travel and support our boys. Can you imagine how many numbers will show up for a playoff match?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what day of the week it is. So, dude, league standing, just make the playoffs as far as I'm concerned next year.
One thing that I did want to put out there, I'm going to get hate for this. And then people are probably going to be like, shut up, Jerry. I don't want to hear this. However, I'm going to say it anyways because every party needs a pooper. And here I am. This season, the 2020 season, is not going to be like the 2019 season. What I mean by that, it ain't going to be as like all rosy and happy and 4 losses in the entire season. I think we're going to have more this coming season. I honestly do. And that is not a bad thing, and we need to be prepared for it. And I think that whatever changes come up, we will definitely let you know about it, okay? But I want to make sure that everybody starts getting into that mentality of like, hey, look, this season is not going to be like 2019. Don't expect it to be. Let 2020 stand on its own and be what it's going to be. If it's better, then I will eat my words, and I will gladly do it. Trust me.
I'll take 2 games above 500 if it means I get an Open Cup and Champions League final.
That would be great. Honestly.
Like honestly.
Yeah, I agree.
Let's make that our target. We won the Supporters Shield, so our focus is the other tournaments now. Yeah,
let's do it. I would make Conca Champions the most important one, and then the Cup.
Until it's not there anymore.
Until it's not there anymore. That's right. Yep. And I think Bob Bradley does that. I think he does a great job of understanding that, like, hey, look, like, whatever the game ahead of us is, that's the most important game. And so let's win that game and then move forward. So we'll see. I feel like that does it for us as far as this episode goes. We are going to be back next week, hopefully, Joseph, right?
Probably be the same venue, but yeah.
That's fine. That's fine. It's better to have you than not, so.
No, I always love coming on and talking to you guys. I know we talked about our wish list for the year. Mm-hmm. I mentioned it in the last episode. I'm not sure if we got any info on that yet from anybody.
No, nobody's
slipped under the radar. So, Jerry, you want to throw up your Christmas holiday wish list?
Oh, geez.
For LAFC?
I want a goalkeeper. I want a goalkeeper that I'm confident in. Mm-hmm. That's what I want. Mm-hmm. I feel like we have 2 goalkeepers right now. One that is still kind of like, I don't know what's going on with him, and the other one that is on and off. That's Rocky. That's good. That's a roller coaster of emotions every time that he plays. So I think that we need a goalkeeper that is sturdy and that will actually get the job done and make me feel confident in the fact that our goal is protected to the best of whatever goalkeeper is there, to their best of their abilities. I don't know. That's to me right now the most important right off the top of my head. And then after that, it would be a proper striker. I don't know. Like I still think that defense actually. Dang it, defense. Defense. Never mind, I take that back. Defense.
If I'm gonna say my Christmas list, experienced goalkeeper, been around the block, somebody about 35 years old that isn't scared of nothing. That looks at his tech and goes, well, I've been there, done that. Oh well. Maybe I've played in worse in other countries. Who knows?
Nick Romando.
But somebody that's not scared of any. Dude, he's doing appearances in Ontario Fury matches. He's kind of done. Yeah.
Really? He's not in Tacoma? Or not
Just
Tacoma.
saying.
Never mind.
Just saying. Let's sign Waltman from Tacoma, right?
Yeah.
Right.
He's good.
No, he's good, but an indoor. I would say this: I want an old school keeper. Somebody's not scared of anything, and that somebody can challenge Cisniega.
Mm-hmm.
That's simple, and that's Mr. Consistency. Show him how it's done, especially for these international matches. Oh Lord, we need some experience for those. I think at right back, I love Blackman, I do, but if we're not going to bring Beta back, you got to get somebody else in there. I love Beta back, but if he's not the target, then you better have somebody new up there. A guy that's able to start to challenge Blackman week in and week out. I think the left back position, we're good. Center back, depth is always needed with Jakovic leaving. By the way, we didn't lose any games when Jakovic was back there. How weird is that? Last year. It's a weird stat. But we need somebody outside of Segura and Zimmerman because they're going to get call-ups.
Yeah.
So who's coming in? We need help there. Mid, I think, with Janela, it's a project. We might be okay there. We still look thin. We still need more bodies in the mid for depth players. Up top, yeah, a target striker would be perfect. Wings are strong already.
Yeah.
So target striker, unless they're really going to do the Rossi, Rod, and Vela in the middle. I mean, if the helicopter is a helicopter, then so be it.
There you go. LAFC. I would recommend you go check out Frank Tayu. I'm just saying.
He's a badass, isn't he?
Dude, he is great.
I think he scored 5 goals last game.
He scored 5 goals the last 2 games. All right, we're talking indoor now. If you guys, seriously though, if you are like, if you're aching to watch some soccer of any type, if you want to watch some goals and you actually want to watch some fun games, I recommend MASL TV on YouTube. All the games on there are free, and it's part of the Major Arena Soccer League, which I've been recently getting into, as Joseph already knows. He follows the
Fury.
The Fury.
Yeah.
I follow the Soccers, and there is some great teams and some fantastic players, and Frank Tayu is on Joseph's team. So I'm not being a hater over here. This dude is super good. And anyways, some fantastic goals have been going on. So go and check that out. And then, yeah, I would agree with you on all of those points. I think that there's still quite a few gaps, I would say. I think everybody kind of agrees with that, right, within our club.
Mm-hmm.
And I think those gaps are going to get filled pretty soon. That's just my hope, maybe.
Yeah, the window
would say
opens up. You're going to see some stuff moving.
Yeah.
I can't say anything, but there's stuff coming, guys.
Okay,
Don't
Joseph
worry.
knows some stuff. He's not going to
I know
tell
some
us.
stuff, but I won't say.
Wow. What a jerk.
Nothing.
He does
I
that to
say
me.
nothing. For the love of my club, I say nothing. Yeah.
And apparently there's people in the club that listen to this show, which I don't know what you're doing, but whatever.
Love you guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Like
Thank
I
you
said,
for
out of respect for the LAFC family, I don't tip anything. Just know that our guys are working really hard to build this team up and get them international ready. Yeah. So that's the best way to say it. We will be international ready by the time we play Leon. We're going to have a strong squad, a filled out squad. We just wait for that transfer window to open up because I think it's game on.
All right. There you go. Anything else before we go? We're going to call it a night. Tonight was kind of a weird one. Again, we're not quite sure what we're going to talk about today, but it turned out great, I think.
Freeform football podcast.
It's why not? Once in a while, it's nice that we don't have like a way we're going to do this show. Next week, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But hey.
We think we covered things rather well.
Yeah. On the eve of Christmas Eve. I think we did fine. All right.
So I think that's the story right there is happy Hanukkah to those who are celebrating Hanukkah since it's already started. Mm-hmm. Sorry guys, we're late delivering our gift to you. Merry Christmas to everybody. Happy Kwanzaa. Again, everybody, happy holidays. We've had an amazing year. This past season has been an absolute gift, right? Things to be happy for. We have a supporter shield. It's still floating around town, guys. It'll still be here for the entire year. But again, be happy. Enjoy this holiday with your families. Be safe out there.
Yes, please.
support your community as best you can. You know, there's a lot of events coming up. There's a lot of people in need. So do everything you can to help those around you. Again, we make LA better on the field. We make it better off the field as well. In the stands, everywhere, we represent our best. So go out there, enjoy your families, enjoy the community, support the community. We'll be on again next week to talk about the year that was and the year that will be. But in the meantime, enjoy it the best you can. Okay, guys?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's really important that you said, it's the holidays, and unfortunately, it's not the best of time for some people. And you brought this up, and it kind of made me realize something that's really important that we wanted to mention, which is that, we love you all. And I know that it's tough for a lot of people that maybe are missing family or don't have family. And, bad thoughts and things come through your head. So we want to make sure that that you guys understand that we love you all. I know it's a hard time of the year for a lot of folks. If you know of anybody or see anything or even are feeling, down or anything like that, we're always here to talk. Also, just wanted to throw it out there. The National Suicide Prevention Lifeline is 1-800-273-8255. Simply sharing that with somebody might save somebody's life. So have that handy. You just never know, especially during this time of year. We are here for you all. We love you all. We appreciate that you are here for us. We continue to do this just for you guys. And so with the holidays around, we just wanted to say definitely happy holidays to all of you, regardless of what you are celebrating during this week. We are here because of you. And we could not be more thankful during this time. We'll see you again next week. Joseph, is that right?
That's the plan.
That's the plan.
Of course.
Even if it has to be from Zacher Inn. All right.
The Zacher Inn, the light is on. It's family at its finest, guys. So most people don't know that most times at this time of year, I'm out of the country.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm in Mazatlan this time of year, pretty much every year, but like this year.
Mazatlan came to you?
Yeah, I wouldn't normally have a podcast available to you guys, but we do this year. So be prepared for next year, right?
So be thankful is what he's saying.
Be thankful I'm here and not overseas, or enjoying family in Mazatlan, with 80-degree weather. Oh. What a change, huh?
Yeah. It was raining like crazy today, huh?
Dude, it's gonna be great. Snow on the mountains.
Jesus. All right, that's it. Calling it. We're done. We're done. I am tired. Joseph is tired. We are going to see you guys next week. But again, happy holidays to all of you. Thank you for listening. We're going to see you very soon. Please, actually, still send us what your wish list is.
Dude, yeah.
Please, I want to know what you guys are thinking and what you want this club to do here in the next couple of weeks, months, whatever. All right. So for Mr. Joseph Zacher, my name is Jerry Jimenez, and you have been listening to the Heart of LAFC podcast. Stay golden.
Thank you for listening to the Heart of LAFC. Make sure to leave us a rating and review on iTunes or Stitcher. Shoulder to shoulder, the black and gold is taking over.